Testimony lasted 3 hours live here on KSBW. Comey revealed records of his personal conversations with the president about the Russia investigation. Out of concern, the president, quote, might lie. He also showed frustration at the White House's, what he called the White House's attempts to defame him. Action News reporter Sally Kidd has more from the Capitol on the fireworks.
Dan, James Comey describes his interactions with President Trump as disturbing and concerning, and he's accusing the White House of spreading lies. Fired FBI Director James Comey testified President Trump demanded loyalty and pressured him to lift the cloud of investigation, ultimately firing him because of the Russia probe.
I was fired in some way to change, or the endeavor was to change the way the Russia investigation was being conducted. That is a very big deal.
His most serious allegation that the president asked him to drop the investigation of fired National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, saying, quote, I hope you can let this go.
I took it as a direction. Right. I mean, this is the President of the United States with me alone saying, I hope this.
You may have taken it as a direction, but that's not what he said.
Correct.
And Comey accused the White House of lying about why he was fired and defaming the FBI.
Those were lies, plain and simple.
His testimony revealing deep distrust of the president, prompting Comey to write detailed memos about their conversations.
I was honestly concerned that he might lie about the nature of our meeting.
The president never, in form or substance, directed or suggested that Mr. Comey stop investigating anyone.
President Trump's personal attorney says Comey's testimony vindicates the president.
It is now established that the president was not being investigated for colluding with or attempting to obstruct any investigation.
Another revelation from Comey after he was fired, he says he had a memo detailing his Flynn conversation leaked to the press, says he was hoping to spur the appointment of a special counsel. Well, the president's attorney says those communications are privileged and Comey was not authorized to disclose them. On Capitol Hill, Sally Kidd, KSBW, Action News 8.
Former Secretary of Defense and former Director of the CIA, Leon Panetta, also responded to Comey's testimony, telling us that the American people should take heart in the fact that Washington came together in a bipartisan approach to ask the right questions, he says, to get to the truth. Leon Panetta also says it is one of the more important investigations we will see in our lifetimes.
This is, in some ways, a lot more important than even what happened in Watergate, because it involves a foreign adversary, Russia, trying to deliberately interfere in our election process, and also raises the question of whether or not there were those involved with the campaign who were involved with the Russians, which raises the whole issue of potential treason here. So these are very serious issues that involve our national security as a country. And it's for that reason that it is incredibly important that not only the committees in Congress continue this investigation, but that the special counsel is allowed to proceed with this investigation in order to determine the truth. The one thing I think we can take comfort in is that no president has been able to stop the truth from coming out. And I don't think this president will be able to stop the truth from coming out.
Panetta also says that the president at some point will be called to testify before the committee, but that probably will happen behind closed doors.